Welcome to episode 5 of the low use Pokemon team, and after the heights of last episode we had a great battle with a really meta team and came off victorious. If you haven't watched it, go back and watch it. Let's see how well I can do as I carry on my journey with my low use Pokemon. And for our first battle today, we've got Solgaleo, Kyogre, Snorlax, Comfey. Indeed, I'm expecting a bit of redirect, a bit of kind of messing about and trickery, so I decide to go for the Aegislash first up because I'm expecting the Kyogre to come out first on the field, and we'll see how we do. Obviously the Regidrago, the Togekiss in the back. As I go on, I kind of think probably not the best bet to have them in the back because it's difficult to get them out. The Regidrago is not great without the Togekiss, whereas the Togekiss can still be very useful to the team with the follow me. So yeah, probably either bring them both out first or one, or just have the Togekiss and not the Regidrago. So feeling pretty good here in that I've got the Wide Guard and I've got the counter to the Kyogre in the electric there. And really what I'm expecting the Yawn here from the Snorlax. And obviously the Kyogre goes out. I'm glad I didn't Dynamax there and over kind of commit. Solgaleo something in well. Obviously Wide Guard's a waste of time there, and sadly I've revealed that I've got it. But there you go. So third of the health taken off the Solgaleo, and not too bad. So they haven't really achieved a great deal. But I think what they're thinking here is they want to get their Kyogre into the battle without that Wide Guard. Hence why they go for the Yawn there. So I kind of think, do I keep it in and try and take out that Solgaleo? Maybe get a bit greedy here. Think, right, I'll Dynamax. I'll take this Solgaleo out with the combined attacks, and that'll give me a reasonable advantage, or so I hope. Kind of lost sight of the fact that the Kyogre would obviously still be there at the back, and my two counters to it are now in danger. Obviously, Aegislash is going to go to sleep because of that Yawn. I kind of think, well, it's probably worth it just to try and take out the Solgaleo because this is probably their Dynamax Pokemon, which of course being proved to be the case now. So, no longer thinking I'm probably going to take it out, but you never know. So that Shadow Sneak comes in, and you may notice that the Aegislash has got the Rocky Helmet. Not once in any of my battles so far has it actually done anything. So I'm thinking about switching that over to the Life Orb and giving the Ho-Oh something else. On the grounds, actually, that little sneaky Shadow Sneak can do a lot of damage and be quite useful, and it's worth getting that bit more damage. As you can see there, it might well have I might well have taken that Solgaleo out if I had a Life Orb there. Now, my kind of mistake there, not thinking about the ground type moves it might have, and that was actually another reason why I Dynamax there, because I thought, I'll prevent the Yawn taking effect with the electric terrain. So the Shadow Sneak's obviously going to take out, or should take out, this Solgaleo first, and I'm going to use the Follow Me so that the Yawn is diverted. Snorlax not going to be super useful now, also I'm hoping. Solgaleo goes down, so okay, I lost my Luxray, that was a bad choice by me there. But it's kind of, we both lost our Dynamax Pokemon, but of course for me I've lost my counter, or my major counter to the Kyogre there, whereas they've not necessarily lost anything particularly weak. So now obviously the Aegislash is going to go for the Wide Guard. You kind of got to go for that if they've got the Kyogre on the field. And the Water Spout does get protected, so Aegislash do the job. And the Togekiss, I thought, well, might as well just try and get a bit of damage off. And the Steel Roller, very clever there, gets rid of that terrain, which means the Yawn can work again. So obviously going to go for that Wide Guard again. There's a bit of a do you, don't you kind of thing. And I think, well, I'll switch out the Togekiss, switch in my Regidrago here. Hopefully I'll have a relatively safe switch in if they go for the Wide Guard. The Water Spout again. I'm hoping I won't. And of course Aegislash got Yawn last turn, but they go for an Ice Beam, which takes me down to half health and makes me frozen solid. So
bad luck there, but there you go. So now Aegislash is asleep, Regidrago's frozen. What else can I do? I'm going to go for the Iron Head, try and do some damage on the Kyogre, and the Dragon Energy just on the off chance I wake up. But of course Kyogre outspeeds, Regidrago goes down doing nothing, and then all I'm doing is a bit of a if I even wake up, which of course I don't, and Snorlax goes for a bit break but doesn't do the damage. And then Togekiss comes out, obviously not going to be a great deal of use at this stage. They've still got 3 Pokemon left. I've got 1 asleep and 1 on low health. So at that stage I decide, well, just didn't go so well there. So thinking about that battle, I think I had the right stuff. I brought the right stuff, perhaps with the exception of the Regidrago. Maybe I should have brought the Milotic. But I just think I got a bit too greedy trying to take out that Solgaleo too early, and then didn't really, just was silly to use my Dynamax Pokemon in one go. Could have perhaps used the Max Guard there or something similar, but there you go, not too bad I guess. And on to the next battle. So interesting team here, the Politoed, 2 legendaries. So I'm expecting probably a Tailwind, and taking the Aegislash and the Luxray. Really these 4 I tend to take all the time. Well, I'm debating about the Luxray really. I think it's going to be good against the Zapdos in that it won't be super effective, and Psychic Fangs may come in useful as well. So yeah, I'm taking a risk here in that the Calyrex may, come out first, and I won't have the Aegislash on the field, but I think, well, most of them aren't going to have that much of a chance to, they're not going to have 2-hit attacks, so I should be able to redirect a lot of stuff away using the Togekiss, and so they go for the Calyrex and Whimsicott, which was, in a way, the kind of worst thing for me, in that I obviously can't redirect here. So I decided to go for it and just try and take out the Whimsicott, and obviously the Dragon Energy, not going to do anything to the Whimsicott, but I think, well, let's just give it a go, we'll see. I kind of think if I bring in the Aegislash it's going to go down to this anyway, so obviously the Dragon Energy comes in, and I'm down below half health, so not ideal, but still does a good bit of damage, and the Air Slash takes it down to the Sash, which is fine. So at this stage I think actually, well, the Regidrago isn't going to go down. I'll protect the Regidrago rather, and I will use the Life Dew. I'm expecting that neither, obviously the Togekiss shouldn't go down here from the Astral Barrage, which happens, and then the Moonblast obviously comes in and takes out the Togekiss, unfortunately, before I can heal up, but the Regidrago, importantly, is still alive, and now the Aegislash can come in. So a key protect there. So of course we go for the Wide Guard, and we're going to go for that Dragon Energy again. Okay, no damage to Whimsicott, but there you go. So I'm expecting the so that's again that Wide Guard coming in, such useful. The Moonblast on the Regidrago takes him almost down. And of course, Dragon Energy basically useless now. So I don't even know if it even did a hit point of damage to Calyrex. So this stage, I'm feeling a bit worried. I'm thinking, okay, well, what do I do? I've got to try and take this Calyrex out. So I'm going to go for that Shadow Sneak. Can I do enough damage? And the Regidrago goes for the Hyper Beam. That laser focus move is useless. I need to do something else with it. And there you go, the Calyrex goes down for the Shadow Sneak. So that's such a nice little move that Aegislash can do. And they go for the Moonblast onto the Aegislash, which allows the Hyper Beam to go off. I'm expected to be dead. But all of a sudden, I've taken out 2 of their strong Pokemon, and their Tailwind has petered out. So the Regidrago, of course, on very low hit points. But maybe might survive, might not, probably won't. Aegislash, I'm just thinking, right, the
you know, something's going to hit the Regidrago to take it out, but the Aegislash I still want to be in a strong position going forward, because otherwise, you know, I'm going to have nothing left. So I'm going to get back into that defensive stance, and the Lunala here, I believe, is going to be the Dynamax choice, and obviously they've got the Zapdos. So still 2 strong Pokemon here, and we're very soon going to be down to 2 versus 2. And the Aegislash is, you know, actually fairly defensive, but has already taken a bit of damage, and that King's Shield going to protect it there. So the Brave Bird from the Zapdos take out Regidrago, which is fine, and tiny bit of recoil damage. The Phantasm doesn't take out the Aegislash, so that was an excellent choice, because Aegislash would have gone down otherwise. So now it's all down to Luxray to come out, and here we go. So I'm just thinking about what I want to do here, and that Zapdos is useful to Intimidate. Obviously it's used the Brave Bird. I'm thinking I'm going to use the Shadow Sneak, go for the Dynamax, so I can break that shield on the Lunala, and then I'm going to try and get the... I'm debating what to do here, but I think no, let's go for the Stab bonus. So the Shadow Sneak will come out and break the shield, and then the Luxray's Max Lightning, I'm hoping will do a good bit of damage. Obviously we'll get the Electric Terrain on, so next turn will be a sort of guaranteed KO. And then I'm not so worried about the Zapdos, because I'm thinking it's probably not going to be doing huge amounts of damage to me. So Shadow Shield is enough to break that. It's enough to break the shield, and Lunar is definitely going to be going down next turn, as long as I've got something to hit it back. So again, Shadow Sneak, such a great little move. Aegislash pays the price for coming out, but again, you know, that means that Luxray is still on full health. Brave Bird, not huge amounts of damage. Again, that Intimidate, really useful there. So Max Lightning, let's take out this Lunala, and maybe it goes for the Max Guard is what I'm thinking, but you know what, I'm just going to go for it on the off chance it doesn't. I suppose it's an obvious play really to waste a bit of my Dynamax and try and get a bit more damage on me. So perhaps watching it back now, really I should have gone for the Zapdos to get the damage off, but in any case, Zapdos not doing huge amounts of damage to me. Lunala now out of Dynamax, and of course I know that this turn it can't hit me. So yeah, with hindsight, should have gone for the Zapdos there, because the Lunala had nothing better to do than go for the Max Guard, because they knew I was probably going to try and attack it. So I could have had them waste a turn and then go for the Zapdos. So Lunala's gone. I'm going to be out of Dynamax, and we've just got the Zapdos that of course is hurting itself. Goes for the boost this turn, try and get the energy back. So all the damage taken so far is gone, but I've got the Shell Bell, which gets me a little bit of hit points there. I'm sure there's probably a more effective item for it, but I just quite like it. So we're going to go for that Wild Charge on the Zapdos. I've got the speed, and Zapdos goes right down. So at this stage, unless they can knock me out this turn, I know that I'm going to win. Thunder misses, which is helpful. May well have taken me out in that Electric Terrain. And they go for the Protect, which is fair enough from what you do. But really they're only delaying the inevitable, because even without the electricity I'm going faster. I'm definitely going to do enough damage. So they go for the double Protect, again no point really, but maybe trying to PP stall, I don't know. But there, the Zapdos goes down. So Luxray, in effect, taking out 2 Pokemon in that match, and just doing really well. So very pleased with Luxray and Aegislash. I mean, yeah, good battle that one. Quite happy with that. So for this third battle, you'll see that another month has rolled around, which has meant obviously my tier has gone down, but don't think it matters a great deal, because I'm still fighting the sort of tier 4, rank 4, rank 5 trainers like I was before. So with this team, I'm thinking, well, they probably aren't going to have any spread moves. So I'm going to go for the Togekiss and Regidrago, standard combination there for the redirect. And then I'm thinking the Milotic will be very good with the water moves against a lot of fire types on the team, and then the Ho-Oh, although I'm thinking yes they're going to have rock types, equally I'm thinking I can get a bit of speed out of it, and it'll mean their fire types aren't going to be getting huge amounts of damage off against it.
If I've not mentioned it previously, you'll see I've put the Life Orb now on the Aegislash, and the Enigma Berry, which I quite like on the Ho-Oh, activates when it takes super effective damage and gets it some health back. Obviously, people will probably say less useful than the berry that just reduces the amount of damage taken, but I guess any super effective attack, it will get the energy back, the hit points back. So yeah, I quite like using it. So here we are. I'm expecting some sort of redirect or tailwind, so I think, well, let's just go for it. So I go for the follow me here, or I'm thinking about it at least. I'm just not sure what to do, so I go for the life dew, and the tailwind as expected. But not expected was the expanding force, which, as you can see, just does a huge amounts of damage. Dragon energy does basically nothing now, because obviously I'm at low hit points, and then the life dew comes in, so at least I'm being healed up. But obviously, as that expanding force took me down massively, I go for the dragon energy, and I don't know why, stupidly, for the follow me. It's not going to make any difference because I've just done an expanding force. So I just think my brain wasn't working on this one. So you can predict what's about to happen here. Follow me is basically a waste of time. Although at least the Talonflame does some damage to itself. And of course expanding force is going to take both Pokemon out. So I suppose I can't complain because that's the kind of strategy I use to try and take Pokemon out. So I've got the Milotic now, which is, so usefulness, I guess, and the Ho-Oh. So I pretty much need to Dynamax straight away. I'm going to go for the Surf here, I think, and then I realise, oh no, it's going to catch the Ho-Oh as well, so that's useless. Although at this point I just think I'll stuff it. I'm just going to go for it. I'm expecting expanding force to basically kill me anyway. So yeah, I think I've sort of given up on this match already. Just a bad choice of Pokemon, and just bad choice. And obviously after this match I decided to switch the Surf off the Milotic because it means it's just much less useful there. So the Brave Bird takes Milotic under 50%, and the expanding force takes it out, and then all I've got left is a Ho-Oh. So that expanding force really just did me in. At least I kill the Indeedee, get a bit of vengeance. So you can probably see which way this battle's going. So while it plays out, I'll say I think I'm quite happy with the team. I think it's more me letting the team down than the team letting me down. I think I struggle with fairy types, and actually probably here kind of rock types as well, and ground types. But overall, yeah, I think the team's working quite well. I've made a few tweaks to it through the games, but I think usually it's me making silly mistakes or choosing the wrong Pokemon or not playing particularly well that really is the issue for it. So as you can see, obviously a loss, and a fairly quick one here, but there we go. We'll go on to the next set of battles in the next episode, and we'll see how we do there. So at this stage I'm halfway through my challenge. I've done 15 out of the 30 battles, aiming to have about a 50% win rate with the team, and that with these results today, I've got 8 losses and 7 wins, so still fairly close, but obviously need to make up that deficit next time. Thanks for watching. See you next time.